Apparel Construction 15A, apron. Step number 6, attaching strap to apron. So we just went ahead and sewed on the apron strap to the back of the apron armhole. Now we're going to take it and fold it originally how we pressed it over the stitching, and we're going to arrange pins. So let's put one right in the middle there. I want this just to go right over the stitching, and if it doesn't go over the stitching, you can go back and pick some of the stitching out if it's in the way, but we prefer for it to go over the stitching. You want the straps to meet when the strap exits the apron. Again, I'm spacing the pins approximately an inch or so apart, and I start in the middle of the armhole. Using our pre-pressed lines and trying to get that folded edge to go over the stitching. Let's work on matching those straps right there at that edge when they exit the apron. Now let's go ahead and secure pins the full length of the strap. I like to put them about every 4 inches. Trying not to stretch out the bias fabric, matching the folded edges. Tucking any loose threads in you might have sticking out. Okay, let's continue. Take the other end of the strap. Pinning those folds together. I have pins every 3 or 4 inches along the strap. And then about every inch or so in the armhole. I could put a couple more there if I wanted to. And then now we're going to start at the very end of the strap, right here on this edge, and we're going to go all the way down the edge. Then we're going to come onto the edge where it's on the apron, continue that edge stitch all the way down to the end with the back stitch. Okay, let's start at the end here. Do a little bit of a back stitch. Now we're going to do our edge stitch. Now we're getting onto the body of the garment. We're still doing our edge stitch. I'd go a little bit slower here. Smoothing out the fabric, removing the pins before we get there, trying to stay on that edge. We've exited the body. Now we're doing the rest of the strap to the tip, where we'll finish with the back stitch. Be careful not to stretch and pull this out, as it is bias fabric. The bias helps us to go nicely around the corners, around the curves when we did the armhole. Now we're coming to the end. It doesn't do exactly what you want it to. You can always turn it around and go forward to do your back stitch. And we're going to put your other strap on exactly the same way, except for one little thing that we have to watch out for. So we've got our strap on, full apron now. Looks really good. Now we're going to go ahead and make sure we trim all those threads. And we're going to go ahead and put the strap right in this armhole. You want to go ahead and pre-press it just like we had done the other one. Only difference is after you sew the end over here and turn it around, when you're going to go ahead and position the seam in the armhole, it doesn't work for the second one. Where you want to do is measure them from the strap that you already put in and get placement and use that for your positioning. That concludes step number 6. And step number 7 we have as a cutting layout. Feel free to watch that video. Thank you.